Prior to coming to Skyterra Young Adult, I was sort of running my whole life, running away from the traumas that I'd had, running through school, through work, doing a lot of really demanding things to try and distract myself. And I just sort of, over time, realized that a lot of my coping mechanisms stopped working as well as they had in the past. I really found a need to reset, figure out who I am, what I like, who I am outside of work in my career, and really work on the self-acceptance part. So I was looking into programs for helping with my social anxiety and with learning all different habits that would help me live a productive life, and found Skyterra and decided to join the program. So the decision to come to Skyterra was one of the biggest decisions I've made in my life. To remove myself from home for a little while and take time to myself felt a little selfish, but has been something that I still feel really proud about and something that I'm really grateful that I did. I think I was motivating myself through a lot of fear, going for achievement just because I thought it was what I needed to do. And since coming to Skyterra, I've learned that it's more important that I love and care about myself than that I get validation from others, and that's been a really important lesson for me. I think a big part of my healing was recognizing my own strengths and having others recognize that in me as well and communicating it to me. Just realizing that once I strip everything else away and I'm just myself in the middle of the woods doing crazy activities or doing adventurous activities, that even if I wasn't the best at hiking or the best at weightlifting or the best at cooking, there were still people here that supported me where I was and were recognizing my talents and making sure that I recognize them in myself as well. This is the longest that I've spent integrated with nature in my life, which has been really great. And something that I really enjoy about our campus is the views for sunset and sunrise, which are things that I didn't pay as much attention to at home. Like maybe I was inside or I was asleep or I just wasn't appreciating it. But here I can just, while I'm eating dinner or eating breakfast, look out the window and there's always something that looks beautiful. I think the therapeutic aspect of Skyterra Young Adult has been really beneficial for me. To have a therapist that can see me just throughout the day, can see how I interact with others, can even see how I react to a workout or like other stressful situations. And I really went deeper in my therapy here than I have other places. Stress management was also an area that I was struggling with for a long time. My sort of coping mechanism when things got hard or difficult was to distract myself, either through unhealthy coping mechanisms or just by like binge watching a lot of TV or absorbing a lot of content. So the digital detox part of this has been helpful for me, learning more grounding techniques for myself, also just learning how to be alone with my thoughts more often, and picking up other hobbies that I've had in the past, like reading or different crafts, just picking little things up and putting them down, just really having a space where I can try out what I need, but I can also take some time to myself and just go on a walk or go take some time to lay down, just processing a lot of things. Prior to Skyterra, nutrition was a really difficult area for me. I would be very critical on myself for what I was eating, whether I was eating right, whether I was eating good. And I think an important lesson that I learned here is just that there are no good or bad foods, there are no good or bad meals, and you can get what you need throughout the day just by trying a variety of foods and trying to add better things to them rather than being restrictive or taking things away. So for me, that journey has been really helpful. I was really overwhelmed by cooking, by the whole process of grocery shopping, prepping, meal planning, and then actually preparing the meal itself. And I think coming here, it was just a lot of practice on like making cooking fun and accessible, and recognizing that some days you can make a quick meal and some days you can invest more time into it and make a nice elaborate meal. But ultimately, it's for you, and it should be what you like, and it should be with ingredients that you enjoy, and you don't have to make explicitly healthy meals. You just need to make well-rounded variety of meals that you enjoy making and eating. I actually had some leg issues in the past, or like medical issues with my legs. And for several years, I was just so scared to even walk or jog or run. And hiking is something that I wouldn't have even considered. And I think here, just having the community on those hikes and having it be like, you don't need to go super fast. We will stop for you. If anything happens, we can take a break and wait for you, was really reassuring. And I actually found that I was a lot more capable than I thought I was. I've also benefited a lot just from the staff at Skyterra Young Adult. I feel like for me, it is a lot of just feeling always accepted, always wanted. They're always excited to see us, even when we're having a difficult day. Like everyone says hello, everyone asks how you're doing. And another thing that I really benefit from is just learning by watching the staff as well, and how they interact with guests with such kindness and compassion, and sort of mirroring that and using that to remind myself how to communicate with others as well and how to meet people where they are. That has been really helpful for me. I think the thing that I'll miss the most about being here is just having such a safe, inclusive environment where it feels like everyone gets it, whatever it is at the time, and just a place where everyone accepts the version of you that shows up that day. That has been really helpful for me.